We thought Chrisean Rock's pregnancy was a whirlwind of chaos, heartbreak, and toxic headlines. But what her sister Tesehki just revealed shattered everything.
Because we all was drinking, even you, with the babies.
Ladies! One more time!
When they were here last time, him and Chrisean was pregnant. Y'all were doing all that smoking and drinking here in the thing.
This ain't just messy. This ain't just wild. This is unforgivable. Tesehki has finally broken her silence. And the details she's exposing about what Chrisean did while pregnant are so disturbing. Fans are saying she should have been locked up months ago, from substance rumors to violent altercations to neglect so bad insiders say CPS was on standby. This isn't about clout anymore. It's about a child who never had a chance to begin with, and a sister who's now ready to tell it all. The fights, the secrets. Pain behind the private walls. Tesehki held it in for 9 months, and now she's letting it all out. But what's got everyone's jaw on the floor is the one incident she swore to never reveal. Till now. And trust us, once you hear it, you'll never see Chrisean Rock the same again. Stay right here. This is just the beginning. It all started long before the cameras rolled, long before the baby bump made headlines. And way before social media crowned Chrisean Rock the queen of chaos. This isn't just a story of two sisters caught in the fire. It's about secrets that were never meant to come out. Let's rewind. Tesehki and Chrisean weren't always at war. In fact, they used to be inseparable. Sisters who had each other's back, bonded by pain, struggle, and the unforgiving streets of Baltimore. But somewhere between viral fame and reality TV checks, something broke. And it broke bad. At first, it was subtle missed calls, tense interviews, side eyes during Instagram lives. But then came the blowout. A behind-the-scenes argument leaked from Zeus Network's own studio, where Tesehki could be heard screaming through tears, accusing Chrisean of endangering her own child just for clout. The world dismissed it as just another sister fight. Big mistake, because what followed was a pregnancy that had more red flags than a political rally. And through it all, Tesehki kept her mouth shut, watching, hurting, and waiting for the moment to speak her truth. She watched Chrisean flaunt her swollen belly while still fighting in public. Still chasing Blueface down in clubs, still pulling up uninvited to parties, and still drinking mystery mixes on live. Even when fans begged her to stop. But it gets darker. According to insiders close to the family, Tesehki had been begging Chrisean to slow down, warning her that the baby didn't deserve to inherit trauma before even breathing. But every time she tried to intervene, she was shut out, blocked, ignored. Gaslit one family friend said Tesehki cried herself to sleep for weeks watching her sister spiral. She told me she thought Chrisean was going to lose the baby or worse. Then came the hospital scare in her second trimester, something that was never revealed to the public. Tesehki reportedly rushed to the ER after receiving a frantic message from one of Chrisean's former stylists saying she's bleeding. She won't stop screaming at Blueface on the phone. But when Tesehki got there, she was kicked out of the hospital room. Chrisean accused her of playing fake sister for sympathy. That night was a turning point. From that moment on, Tesehki stopped defending her sister in public. She pulled away. She stopped showing up to premieres events and social media call-outs. But trust. She was watching everything. She saw the IG lives. She saw the countless tweets glorifying toxic love. She saw Chrisean smoking hookah while pregnant, then laughing it off like it was cute. And yet, for months, Tesehki said nothing. Until now. Because according to sources, the final straw came during the baby shower. A chaotic mess of cloud chasers, uninvited guests, and tension so thick it could have been cut with a camera lens. Blueface reportedly showed up late, drunk, and Chrisean threw a gift basket at him in front of everybody. All while their unborn child was just weeks away. Tesehki allegedly tried to calm the situation. But Chrisean screamed, "Mind your business. You ain't the one carrying this baby." To which Tesehki quietly responded, "No, I'm the one who's going to be protecting it." Those words, they hit like prophecy. Because what happens next? The events she's just revealed to the world are about to leave everyone questioning Chrisean Rock's fitness as a mother, sister, and a role model. And the first leak she dropped, it involves a secret video, a missing phone, and a DM from a nurse who risked her career to expose what was really going on inside that delivery room. Buckle up, because what Tesehki just exposed isn't just shocking, it's downright disturbing. It starts with a private group chat between Tesehki, a former Zeus Network camerawoman, and a registered nurse who once worked at the Cedars-Sinai maternity wing. The leak, a voice memo from the nurse, labeled only "Delivery Room Incident, Do Not Share." In the recording, the nurse details how Chrisean refused to stop screaming at Blueface over FaceTime during active labor and even tried to physically lunge for the phone while on an epidural. Her words, "We had to restrain her twice. The baby's heart rate was all over the place. She kept saying, 'I don't need this baby. Need him to answer.' Okay? And it gets worse." According to Tesehki's Instagram story, deleted after just 30 minutes. But screen recorded by thousands, there was video evidence. A 7-second clip of Chrisean flailing, cussing out nurses, and throwing her hospital monitor across the room. The caption, "This is what I've been scared to say, but y'all needed to see it." The internet exploded. Fans were divided. Critics said it was family betrayal, but others, they called it a cry for justice. Then came the bombshell twist. Tesehki wasn't just exposing Chrisean's delivery. Day drama, she had receipts going all the way back to month 3, including one that shocked even her most loyal fans, a leaked audio message, allegedly sent to Blueface's mom Carlissa during a secret girls' trip to Vegas. Reveals Chrisean saying, "I only kept this baby because I thought it would bring him back. But now I feel stuck. I don't even know if I want this life." Boom. That message was dated just days before her now infamous brawl at the Baddies West. Filming location, a fight where she had to be pulled off another castmate, even though she was visibly pregnant. But why was that message sent to Carlissa? That's where things take another twisted turn. Tesehki claims Carlissa was secretly helping her document the chaos, not out of concern, but to eventually take custody of the baby. Multiple leaked texts show Carlissa begging Tesehki to gather any footage of Chrisean being unfit. The texts read, "You want what's best for that baby, right? Let's stop pretending she can do this." But here's the kicker. While Carlissa's intentions were shady, Tesehki's weren't. She tells her followers, "I didn't want custody. I didn't want drama. Just wanted her to stop lying. Stop pretending like she was this strong, protective mom when she was." Breaking down every other night behind the scenes. More receipts start pouring in. DMs from former Glam Squad stylists who refused to work with Chrisean during her pregnancy. One message reads, "She showed up with vodka in a Stanley cup. I don't know if it was water or not, but when I told her I was worried, she laughed. In my face." Another makeup artist claimed she caught Chrisean crying in the mirror, whispering, "This baby ruining everything. I don't even want to go on stage no more." And here's where the first twist shatters the internet. One of Tesehki's followers uncovers a long-forgotten IG live clip buried deep in the comments of a fan account. In it, Chrisean, around 5 months pregnant, is seen taking something from a friend's hand and popping it in her mouth. She says, quote, "Don't worry, it's just a lil vibe pill. The baby gon' be chillin' just like me." The comments flood in. Is she taking drugs on live while pregnant? How was nobody around her stopping this? This is child endangerment, period. Blueface's camp stays eerily silent. No statements, no denials. Nothing but deleted tweets and blocked DMs. Meanwhile, Tessie doubles down in a tearful IG reel. She says, "Y'all can cancel me if you want, but I'm not letting my nephew grow up thinking this was okay." She was not ready. And somebody had to say it. At this point, every blog is covering it. The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked, Lipstick Alley all flooding timelines with clips, screenshots, theories, and reactions. Even mainstream media picks it up, with outlets questioning whether Child Protective Services were involved from the start, and just when it seemed like the story had peaked. A fan drops a Google Drive link. It's titled Chrisean, Pregnancy Files from Tesehki's Backup Account. Inside, over 60 unseen videos, text messages, and timestamps, some as recent as 2 weeks before delivery. And in one, Chrisean is on the floor, sobbing into a phone, screaming, "I'm not ready. I can't even breathe. I don't even know how to love a baby." That video had over 1 million views in less than 10 hours. And the most haunting part? At the end of it, a tiny voice from behind the camera, allegedly Tesehki's, can be heard whispering, "Then why won't you let anyone help?" Just when the internet thought it couldn't get darker, Tesehki dropped the worst bombshell of all. She went live, her voice trembling, tears barely held back. And what she revealed next? Not even Chrisean Rock's fiercest defenders could excuse. "There's something I ain't never told nobody," she whispered, looking straight into the camera. "Not Blueface, not my mama, not the producers, nobody. But it's time now. Y'all need to know." The chat froze, and then she said it. At one point, she told me she wanted to give the baby up. She had already picked a couple from Texas. She wasn't going to tell nobody, not even the baby daddy. The world went silent. Thousands watched in real time as the comments flooded in. What? This girl was going to give Junior away. I'm shaking. That poor child. And then came the receipts. Tesehki pulled out her phone, held it to the camera, a screenshot of a conversation. Chrisean texting a woman named Vanessa. "Is it still possible? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm scared. But I can't tell Blue. He'll snap." Vanessa responds, "Of course. We'll be here if you need us. We already love him like he's ours." Oh, this was a secret adoption conversation. While she was 6 months pregnant, fans couldn't breathe. But it didn't stop there. The hashtag #ProtectChris EANGR started trending instantly. Within hours, over 20,000 tweets were flooding X, formerly Twitter. "I used to feel bad for her. Now I'm scared for that baby." Tesehki is not lying. You can see the pain in her face. How long has Zeus been covering this up? And speaking of Zeus, leaked production notes from a former intern at the network started circulating in Discord servers. One of the notes reads, "Do not mention incident from Vegas. Triple Eagle told us to scrap footage permanently." Another note was even more damning. Team concerned about emotional instability. Consider alternative filming schedules postpartum. So, they knew, they all knew, and still aired everything. Then the celebrities started weighing in. Masika Kalisha went on Instagram stories saying, "I told y'all something wasn't right. But knew, y'all called me a hater. Y'all dragged me. Who's dragging this now?" Tokyo Vanity posted a scathing tweet. "Everybody wanna be famous till it's time to be a parent. I don't play about babies." Even Summer Walker commented under a blog post, "That baby don't deserve this mess. Period." But wait, guess who entered the chat? None other than Carlisa Saffold, Blueface's controversial mother, posted her own receipt. A screenshot of a Cash App request from Chrisean captioned, "She was trying to sell the baby to me. Yes, I said it. I got the receipts, the Cash App note." For Junior's new start, $6,000. Fans went feral. Is that why Carlisa was trying so hard to take custody? She buying leverage? At this point, the controversy was too big to ignore. CNN, TMZ, The Breakfast Club, and even Rolling Stone posted statements asking, "Where is Child Protective Services in all of this?" Petitions started circulating. Fans demanded the authorities step in. OneChange.org petition, titled "CPS Needs to Step In Now," gained 50,000 signatures in 12 hours, and then came the twist nobody saw coming. A court document was leaked. A restraining order, filed against Chrisean by someone only referred to as TR, with a minor listed as JR. Insiders believe Tesehki herself filed it to keep Chrisean away from her own baby. And guess what? Chrisean's reaction? She went live, unhinged, screaming, crying, spitting truth and venom. That baby is mine. I carried him. I bled for him. Ain't no one gonna take him from me. And then boom, she dropped off camera for a full 20 seconds. No sound. The screen was black dot when she came back. Her mascara was running, her voice shaky, quiet, defeated. They want me gone so bad. They really want me to lose them, y'all? It was the most human she's ever looked. But was it too late? Because just as the live ended, Tesehki posted one final message on her story. A black screen with white letters. The judge already decided. I'm sorry, sis, but this ain't about us anymore. The music world, the blogs, the fans, they weren't just watching a drama unfold. They were watching a family fall apart. Within hours of Tesehki's confession and the terrifying leaks, the entire entertainment world went into meltdown. The internet didn't just break, it exploded. And for Chrisean Rock, there was no hiding anymore. Blog sites raced to post the story. The Shadroom dropped back-to-back slides with all the receipts. Hollywood Unlocked called it the darkest turn in Chrisean's motherhood journey yet. Baller Alert had a headline that screamed, "Secret Adoption. CPS Chrisean's world collapses." But what really tore into the soul of social media? The fan reactions. TikTokers were crying, stitching old videos of Chrisean dancing with her baby bump, and asking, was this all just for show? Twitter was a war zone. I defended Chrisean for too long. This is not okay. Tesehki didn't have to say all that. But I'm glad she did. This ain't postpartum. This is pattern. Instagram lives lit up with creators, moms and therapists giving their 2 cents. There's a difference between being overwhelmed and being unfit. That baby deserves more. Even celebrity moms started weighing in. Kik Palmer went on IG Live saying, "I'm a new mom too." We all get scared, but this? Selling your baby? Nah, ain't no justification. Moniece Slaughter, who has a history of calling out toxic parenting in the industry, posted, "The fact that nobody stopped this train wreck months ago is insane. Everybody failed that baby." But the most shocking reaction? Nick Cannon, yes, Mr. I Got 12 Kids himself, took to the Daily Cannon show and, without naming names, threw massive shade. You don't bring kids into this world for entertainment, for clout, for leverage. That's disgusting. And I don't care who needs to. Here, fans immediately knew who he meant. And the drama didn't stop there. Charlemagne the God on The Breakfast Club had a whole segment titled, "Chrisean Rock, Unfit or Unfairly Judged." Charlemagne said, "Look, I get postpartum. I get mental health. But if even half of what her sister said is true, this ain't about judgment. This is about danger." Angela Yee followed up. "The problem is she's still being filmed, still being promoted, still being followed instead of helped. And that's when Zeus' network got dragged into the fire. Fans and celebs started targeting the very platform that built Chrisean's fame. They accused Zeus of encouraging toxic behavior, ignoring red flags, exploiting a mentally unwell mother for views. Trending post read, "Zeus filmed her unraveling, not raising a baby." One insider even leaked that Chrisean's upcoming season had already been pushed back twice due to internal legal concerns. But it wasn't just Hollywood that was upset. The hip-hop community, especially the OGs, were watching closely. Fat Joe reposted the clip of Chrisean crying on live with the caption, "This hurts to watch. Gotta do better by our women and our kids." The game, once associated with Blueface, said in a tweet, "This culture *T toxic. You create a star, then sit back while they crash and burn. With a baby in the back seat. I kept it short but sharp. I ain't never seen a blessing treated like a burden before. Tragic. Even Cardi B, who's remained silent in past Chrisean drama, reposted a fan comment that read, "It's time to protect the child, not the clout." And when Cardi hits the repost button, UKNOW. It's serious. Meanwhile, CPS-related hashtags like hashtag save Chris EANGR and hashtag where is Junior kept growing. One viral tweet read, "Why are we watching this like a TV show? This is a child's life." Fake CPS hotline calls and mock emails started spreading, allegedly from fans doing what the system won't. Some even posted screenshots of anonymous reports they claim they filed, whether real or not. The message was clear. The world is no longer entertained. They're terrified. Even Chrisean's former friends like Slim Danger and Janisha started speaking up. "We all saw the signs. She used to laugh when her dog cried. Ain't surprised she's doing this to her own kid." And finally, in the deepest twist of all, a private group chat was leaked. A message from a well-known rapper's baby mama, whose name was censored, allegedly said, "I was at the baby shower. Jay never wanted that baby. She was just trying to hurt Blueface, period." The heartbreak, the betrayal, the sheer weight of what this child had already lived through before he could even speak. And with Tesehki's voice now echoing across every screen, one question still haunted everyone. Where's the baby now? Just when the dust seemed to settle and the timeline was starting to breathe again, Tesehki dropped the bomb that made even her biggest critics stop breathing. She went live again, this time with a somber look. No lashes, no gloss, no loud music in the background. Just her, raw, steady, and shaking. "I didn't want to say this," she whispered, voice cracking, "but Chrisean ain't the only one keeping secrets. I've been holding something for too long, something that could get me in trouble too." She stared into the phone like it was the one person who could understand her pain. And then she said it. There was another baby. What? The chat exploded. Thousands watching, everyone typing in caps. Say what? I knew it. Another baby. Who's when? Tesehki didn't flinch. She got pregnant again right after Junior. She hid it from everybody, from y'all, from her label, from the family. She claimed Chrisean had allegedly gone to Mexico for a wellness trip but came back different, distant, cold. She came back lighter. Not physically, but in spirit. Like she dropped something, or someone. That's when the chat froze. Tesehki broke down sobbing. I begged her to tell the truth. I told her I'd help. I told her no matter what, that baby didn't deserve to be thrown away like an accident. But she ain't listen. Insiders later claimed that Chrisean may have undergone a quiet, undocumented abortion or gave the baby up overseas, citing fear of media backlash, postpartum trauma, and tension. With Blueface, who allegedly wasn't the father this time. The kicker. Tesehki held up a blurry ultrasound image. I wasn't supposed to have this, she said. She left it at my house before the trip. And in tiny faded writing at the bottom, a date and code could be seen matching the timeline of her supposed Mexico healing trip. The internet spiraled. Is this why she's been spiraling for real? She ain't never processed Junior, and now this. It's that poor baby. Babies. This is beyond Zoo's network now. This is a pattern. But Tesehki wasn't done. Before ending the live, she dropped one last chilling sentence, y'all. Ain't ready for the real reason she never shows Junior's face. It ain't what y'all think. And just like that, screen went black dot. What in the world? Theories erupted instantly. Fans speculated everything from hidden birth defects to unknown paternity to secret custody arrangements that Chrisean might have signed away in exchange for silence. Or cash dot, and then a private Reddit leak surfaced hours later. Allegedly from someone who worked at a reality TV legal firm. In the leak, It was claimed a major West Coast rapper was paying hush money monthly to Chrisean's contract was signed that granted temporary guardianship of a second child to an unnamed third party. That child was supposedly never added to the show's storyline or Chrisean's public timeline, and guess what? The dates matched the Mexico trip. But before anything could be confirmed, Chrisean vanished. Her IG was wiped clean. No stories, no posts. No lives. Her team refused to respond to DMs. Even Blueface, who's never silent, tweeted once, then deleted it 30 minutes later. Told y'all months ago, y'all just now catching up? And as for Tesehki, she hasn't gone live again. She hasn't posted. She hasn't even liked a single comment since. Is she being silenced? Threatened? Or is she protecting herself from what's coming next? Because if even half of what she said is true, then Chrisean Rock is hiding more than chaos. She's hiding a full-blown, multi-layered secret that involves children, contracts, cover-ups, and maybe even crimes. And as of right now, we don't know where she is. We don't know where Junior is. And we don't even know if this second baby still exists. But one thing's for sure. This story is far from over. Now you've heard it all. The pregnancy secrets, the hospital leaks, the mystery baby, the trip to Mexico, and a sister who couldn't hold it in anymore. But here's what we still don't know. Who was the father of the second baby Tesehki hinted at? Did Chrisean really give a baby away? Or was that child lost? And what's the real reason Chrisean won't show Junior's full face? Could it be health related? Or something even darker? We want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us, do you believe Tesehki's story? Was she exposing the truth? Or chasing clout? And what do you think is really going on behind Chrisean's healing trip to Mexico? If you were Chrisean's family, would you forgive her? Or is this something no apology can fix? Hit that like button if you're just as shocked as we are. Smash subscribe if you want the real tea before it trends. We drop daily exclusives that the blogs won't touch, and turn on your notifications. Because the moment Chrisean or Tesehki respond, you'll hear it here first. And trust us, the next twist in this saga is already brewing. There's another player waiting to speak, and what she has to say might just flip this entire story upside down. You won't believe who's coming next. Stay tuned, stay woke, and stay ready, because this drama ain't done unraveling.